There are clothes you buy because you need them. And then there are pieces you save for, wait for, or quietly hope someone gives you for your milestone birthday. These are 10 things worth buying once, wearing for years, and, in some cases, keeping long enough to become part of your story. 1. The fountain pen. There is something slightly ridiculous about spending serious money on a pen in a world where your phone can write an email before you've even found a chair. And yet, a great fountain pen is one of those objects that becomes more personal the longer you own it. Montblanc is the obvious name. The Meisterstück has been part of the brand's writing instrument identity for generations, and the company's Writer's Edition has turned famous writers into collectible objects. But if you want something that feels less familiar, look at Namiki from Japan. Its Makia pens use traditional Japanese lacquer techniques, and the Kokukai Artisan Group, founded in 1931, continues to preserve techniques that have been passed down through generations. Some Namiki pens are individually associated with named artisans. This is not the pen you buy because your old one stopped working. This is the pen you buy because you want to enjoy signing your name. And that is a surprisingly good reason. 2. Bespoke shoes. There are good shoes, there are excellent shoes, and then there are shoes made specifically for your feet. England has arguably the most famous ecosystem for this kind of shoemaking, particularly around London and Northampton. At Gaziano and Girling, the full bespoke service is built around the individual customer, while the company also offers made-to-order and ready-to-wear. Its ready-to-wear shoes are made by its team in Kettering, Northamptonshire, and the brand has even received a royal warrant as shoemakers to King Charles III. But here's the surprise. If London feels intimidating, Budapest deserves serious attention. Voss Shoes makes fully handcrafted shoes in its Budapest workshop, including hand-lasted, hand-stitched, and hand-welted models. Its made-to-order shoes are currently quoted at around 6 to 7 weeks for production. That is a very different proposition from the long, highly personalized journey of true London bespoke. And that's exactly why Budapest is worth knowing. One gives you the ultimate bespoke experience. The other gives you access to extraordinary handcraftsmanship without requiring your calendar to disappear for a year. And if you buy the shoes, buy proper cedar shoe trees as well. Your future self will thank you. 3. A bespoke fragrance. Most men find a fragrance they like and buy the same bottle until the shop stops selling it. There is another option. Have one made specifically for you. Floris London, established at Jermyn Street in 1730, currently offers fragrance customization beginning at £750 with a 2-hour appointment with a perfumer. Its more extensive bespoke process goes much further. And Guerlain takes the idea even further. With its bespoke fragrance service, the client becomes the exclusive owner of the formula and can reorder the perfume throughout their lifetime. Guerlain describes the service as an olfactory portrait, something created around the individual rather than chosen from a shelf. That makes this one of the most personal things on our list. A watch tells people you have taste. A bespoke fragrance can become something people associate with you. And unlike a jacket, nobody can see the label. 4. The British umbrella. An umbrella is one of those objects that becomes invisible until the moment you desperately need one. Then suddenly, you discover that the $15 umbrella from the supermarket has the structural integrity of a paper napkin. This is where Fox Umbrellas comes in. Founded in 1868, Fox has been making umbrellas in England for more than 150 years and still describes its products as handmade in England. And the company has an extraordinary connection to film and public life, with umbrellas associated with figures ranging from John F. Kennedy to members of royal families, as well as productions including The Crown, Peaky Blinders, and Atomic Blonde. The beautiful thing about a great umbrella is that nobody compliments you on it. They simply notice that you're still dry while everyone else is fighting with a broken metal skeleton. That is quiet luxury, and occasionally, it is just common sense wearing a nice handle. 5. The Gucci Horsebit Loafer. Some shoes become fashionable. Others become part of the visual language of menswear. The Gucci Horsebit, 1953, belongs to the second category. Gucci introduced the Horsebit loafer in 1953, and 70 years later, the house celebrated the original design with Paul Mescal and Xiaojian. The metal horse bit became an instantly recognizable signature without requiring a giant logo across the shoe. That's important, because the horse bit works precisely. You don't need to explain it. Wear it with trousers, jeans, or a summer suit. This is one of those pieces where spending more can actually buy you something different. Not simply leather, but recognition. And perhaps a little Italian attitude. 6. The Burberry trench coat. There are coats, and then there is the trench coat. Thomas Burberry developed gabardine in 1879 and patented it in 1888, creating a tightly woven fabric designed to be lightweight, breathable, and weather-resistant. The modern Burberry Heritage Trench continues that connection to British manufacturing, with the company's gabardine woven at its mill in Keighley, Yorkshire, and heritage trench coats manufactured in Yorkshire. And this is why I like the trench for a man over 50. It doesn't ask you to look young. It asks you to look composed. A navy suit underneath makes sense. Jeans and knitwear make sense. A t-shirt, trousers, and sunglasses can work too. The coat has survived because it solves an actual problem while looking better than most solutions. Rain, wind, travel, and the occasional airport where you want to look like you know exactly where you're going. 7. The traditional shaving set. This one is the wild card, because luxury does not have to mean expensive. A beautiful traditional shaving set can be a relatively modest purchase, yet it can turn a 5-minute routine into something that feels almost ceremonial. Truefit & Hill was established in 1805 and still describes itself as the world's oldest barbershop. Its historical clientele has included Winston Churchill, Oscar Wilde, Alfred Hitchcock, Frank Sinatra, Fred Astaire, and John Wayne, alongside 9 reigning British monarchs. And that tells you something. Men have been sitting in that chair for more than 2 centuries, getting cleaned up before going back into the world. You don't need a silver-handled shaving brush worth a small fortune. You need something you enjoy using, because if you're going to shave your face for the next 20 years, you might as well make the ritual better. 8. The weekender. Every man eventually reaches the point where his old gym bag starts looking less like luggage and more like evidence. A proper weekender changes that. At the accessible end, brands like Filson have built a reputation around rugged travel bags designed to be used rather than admired from a wardrobe shelf. At the opposite end, you enter Hermès territory. The Haut à Courroie, or HAC, dates back to 1900 and was originally created as a large traveling bag. It has since become one of the house's great leather icons, and Erling Haaland has become almost a walking advertisement for the idea of collecting exceptional Hermès bags. Recent coverage has highlighted his extensive collection, including unusual HAC pieces and other Hermès bags. Most of us do not need a collection of Hermès luggage. We need one excellent bag. One that goes on a weekend to Paris, a road trip through Italy, or a Friday night when you simply want to leave the house without looking as though you're moving out. 9. The dive watch. A dive watch may be one of the strangest luxury purchases imaginable. You can spend thousands on a mechanical instrument capable of surviving depths you will never visit, while your phone can tell you the time from a satellite. And yet, that is exactly why great dive watches are so compelling. Take the Omega Seamaster Aquaterra. It sits on the sportier side of traditional luxury watchmaking and has become closely associated with Rory McIlroy, who has worked with Omega for more than a decade and helped develop the Seamaster Aquaterra Ultralight. Omega itself lists the Aquaterra as McIlroy's choice in its golf program. Then there's Prince William. He has been photographed for years wearing a blue Omega Seamaster diver 300 meters that was given to him by his mother, Diana. That's the kind of watch story I love. A great mechanical watch can become a birthday gift, a retirement gift, a wedding gift, or simply the thing you buy yourself after finally deciding you've earned it. And one day, someone else might wear it. 10. The Leica. And then there is Leica. This is where the list leaves fashion behind completely, Because a Leica is not just something you wear, it is something you see through. Leica's history is filled with photographers whose names changed photography itself, including Henri Cartier-Bresson and Robert Capa. But the connection with popular culture is just as fascinating. Brad Pitt was photographed with a Leica M6 while working on Spy Game, and Leica's own historical archive also documents Jennifer Connelly using a Leica M6 during Blood Diamond. You're not buying a camera because the specifications look impressive on a website. You're buying an object that can become part of how you remember your own life, a holiday, your children, a face you never want to forget. And that is exactly why the best luxury purchase might be the one you still love 20 years from now.